here are a few books that I'm terrified to start. And when I say terrified, I don't know if it keeps me up at night, but these are books that I look at and I'm like, yeah, I'm not I'm not ready for these. And I don't know if it's like something I'll ever be ready for. Hopefully I pick up these books because I bought them for a reason. Let me explain that reasoning and let me explain why I have not picked them up. So I love James Joyce, but he's an enigma, and Finnegan's Wake is supposedly his most difficult work. At least during Ulysses, there's a central theme to these things, but Finnegan's Wake is something completely different because there's not this central thing. There's not this central story that's guiding you to a certain ends. There's not a thing that you can keep coming back to and saying, okay, this is real. And because of that, perhaps Finnegan's Wake is a greater work, but it scares me. And sooner or later, I am going to pick it up. Sooner or later, I'm going to, read through a companion book, really get into it, really read it, not understand any of it, but enjoy it. But today's not that day. And I look at it all the time and I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready. It's very similar to the next thing. This is the Divine Comedy. This is Dante's three works. At one point very controversial, and at another point very accepted by the church. I'm pretty sure Dante had to go into hiding while he was alive, and a little bit later he was finally brought into the fold. And a lot of what we know about heaven and hell are purely from this, which is kind of funny. It's almost like Paradise Lost in how it kind of shifted the collective unconscious because the work was so great. But I'm scared to read it because I don't necessarily know that much about it, and I feel like it's one of those things that I'm either gonna hate or love, and I don't know if I'm ready to take that risk because in my mind it's this great work. In my mind it's something that is as inspirational as the likes of Shakespeare or things like that, but for whatever reason I just haven't picked it up, and I don't know if it's just the significance of it that stops me from picking it up for the fact that I might not like it, but who knows? And the last thing that I have for you guys is Atlas Shrugged. And if you don't know why I'm scared of this book, it's literally bigger than my head. Like, look how big this thing. I have a pretty big size head. This thing is massive, and this thing is like, it's like 1,200 pages, and these pages are like textbook pages. And all of this for basically a story about how when productive people of society stop trying, entire society collapses. But yeah, I like Ayn Rand, but I don't know if I'm ready for that level of commitment. I don't know if I can devote that much time to it. And it's one of those works I know I'm going to love. I know I'm going to very much enjoy, but it just looks so difficult. It just looks like so much work. And to me, reading something that's fun, when it feels like work, it's not enjoyable anymore. And because of that, I've not picked it up. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it's a book that's page turning, but I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be a mix of philosophical ranting as well as very minor story to kind of carry you through. But yeah, here are 3 books I'm terrified of. Let me know some books that you're scared to read. Let me know some books that have been rotting on your shelf and just sitting there and staring you at the face and looking at them, because maybe they're things I'd be interested in. I have a weird sense of things that I am drawn to, and perhaps that's what stimulates me to pick up a new book. So with that said, I love you guys. Thank you guys. Peace out.